Welcome back. Well, my next guest has spent decades creating his own musical fusion of jazz, folk, and R&B, all mixed with a decidedly lighthearted approach to musical performance. He's here to talk about it ahead of his upcoming shows in Fernandina Beach and Jacksonville. Singer-songwriter Vance Gilbert. Vance, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is going to be so much fun.
I'm delighted to have you, and I'm glad that you brought your guitar with you. We are going to play a little bit of your music in a minute, but you have been a practicing musician for more than 3 decades now. But you got a really big career boost in the early 90s when you were called upon to tour with Shawn Colvin, who at the time had one of the biggest songs. It was like in the top 10 for a long, long time, won a couple of Grammys for her song. And so you were kind of opening for her. How did that change or did it change?
Well, it did. When I first heard and saw Shawn Colvin, I wanted to be like a 5'3" white woman. That was my goal in life.
How did you do?
I got as close as I could musically, and not even that really. I always looked at Shawn as like the consummate performer. She had all the things down: the guitar, the vocals, the pattern in between. The writing was tremendous, and I had already been doing some of this, and I said, one day I'm going to open for her. And a year and a half later, I was on the road opening for Shawn Colvin. So it was a dream come true. And I mean, people say, how do you line up with that? It was disparately different in musical approaches and such, but still that the core things of being that consummate was something that I really strive to be. So that's where I took from her school.
Some of the core elements of your music, because you started sort of with your feet in jazz, but you did move to incorporate all kinds of other influences, and you're now thought of more of like kind of a folk musician. So what are some of the commonalities that have remained?
Well, I'm glad we can work backwards from that. I mean, the folk musician part comes from the fact that I'm solo with a guitar, because that's the most facile way to go out and tour and make money and such. But I still do consider myself a folk musician, but I've listened to and played a lot of jazz when I was going through stages doing sort of house cocktail music and the Great American Songbook, as they call it. And so it's been a mixed bag from everything from jazz and pop to English ballads like "This tune was composed by Spencer the Rover, as valiant a man has ever left home, and he'd been much reduced and caused great confusion." And that's always a pretty wild thing to hear a black man get up in front of an audience and, that's a song from England. What's going on here?
Well, I think you have opened for artists like Anita Baker and Arlo Guthrie. And so I think the people that admire you and put you into their lineup, so to speak, recognize the breadth of your appeal as well.
Yeah, there is ADD as the rest.
ADD.
That's what.
Right.
No, I think that you nailed it. I'm hoping that people recognize the width and breadth of what I have been trying to do all these years.
You almost have to get into folk music to have a sense of humor on stage, though, right? I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of art forms that so much incorporate, and you opened for George Carlin for hundreds of shows.
Yeah.
So you also carry with you that kind of, either you're a good comic or you're a good liar. If you're a folk musician, you've kind of got the storytelling done.
All of it. I can't believe you said good liar, because that is...
Well, I stole that from Todd Snyder. That's not a name.
Todd is a monster. He's great. He's such good people, too.
R.I.P.
But he's... yeah, exactly. But that he recognized also the brilliance that comes with owning a stage. Mm. And that was... something he did. He was brilliant at it, and something I strive to do. And that requires that you put on a show, and that show with a lowercase s with an accent grave on it, you know. You have to be able to put on a show to maintain people's attention, to maintain your own attention, you know.
Vance, I wanted to listen to a little bit of your music, but before we get to it, I don't know if we're going to run out of time or not. So we may come back to talk to you, but he is performing Vance Gilbert at Amelia Island Story and Song Center for Arts and Culture. That's today, 5 to 7. He also has a show in Jacksonville at the Back Room at Ronan School of Music That's Saturday at 7:30. We've got a link on our website for
It's a radio station when they come begging to you.
and live music.
Yes, please.
All
Both
right.
of those things.